thank you both for doing this with me. I'm going to start off with just, will you just tell me your name and your age, and maybe just tell me what's your favorite food?
Okay, I'm Amy and I am 17. My favorite food is Chinese.
Chinese food? Okay.
My name's Hannah. I'm 12. My favorite food is beef.
Beef, just me, okay. Okay, and I'm Amy as well, and I'm 41, and my favorite food is, I think, Mexican. So, why don't you tell me what your favorite movie is?
Movie.
Yes, favorite movie.
I don't know.
What the movie that you've seen most recently?
What do you watch cheerleading film most recently? What's it called? Bring It On.
Yeah.
Bring It On. I love cheerleading.
My favorite movie is One Day. At the
Okay.
minute, it's good fun.
One Day. Isn't that?
One Day. It's got what's the name? I can't remember it. You know the main person in Les Miserables, like the one who sings.
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, it's got her in it.
Okay.
That's really good.
I'll have to look that up. And we're Pitch Perfect. I just saw Pitch Perfect
It's funny.
too. Yes, it's so hilarious. Did you get to see the second one?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, because I'm old enough, but but you were able to go on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. Well, now we're just gonna I'm gonna give you a choice of these 4 cards. I'm gonna have you read it and just tell me if anything comes to mind for you. Does this one have anything on it? So you can read it, and you don't have to read it out loud, just read it to yourself. Okay. Do you want to read it, or you want to just tell me? Will you read?
I can
Okay.
read Sometimes you just have to look back at your past and it's not like how far you've come.
Did it bring up any memories or anything?
Like happy memories, I think. And like learning from being younger to like different things that have made me who I am now.
I was when I was writing these, I was trying to think of something that would be age appropriate, and definitely knowing that you've come from, you know, where your friends and family were and had to make these big changes. So I had that kind of in mind when I did it. And what about you?
This one is just because it didn't last forever doesn't mean it wasn't worth your while.
Okay. Did it bring up anything?
I don't really get what it means.
Well, this is something that just because it didn't last forever doesn't mean it wasn't worth your while. Sometimes, you know, things are fleeting. You do things, like I was thinking, just because you didn't get to stay with all your friends, maybe, or get to stay there, that it doesn't mean that it wasn't just a great memory or something like that. These are things I had in mind, but I don't know. But I just thought I would try that. And so just to get you to think and maybe open up a little bit about, I know that you have a lot of stress going on, so I was going to ask you to write down maybe some of the things that are stressing you out right now, okay? And maybe try to be as specific as possible, just so you can have a picture of what it is exactly that's stressing you out. And I will
So
thank
3 things.
3 things, or if you only have 2, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, you want to write down a few?
Thanks.
Mhm. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I realized I was stressed too, so I needed to do one.
Wait.
Okay,
Do you need a longer piece of paper?
I'm trying to think of another one.
And if it doesn't come easy, you don't have to have 3 if you don't switches too, sounds good. Okay, do you want to start, Amy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Schoolwork is the first one. Like they're getting harder next year and like they're becoming really serious about like university and stuff. Friendships, like different friendships, like here and back home, can be a bit like
Hard to manage and juggle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leaving home next year.
Where are you going next year?
University, hopefully.
And where do you want to go?
The UK. I'd like to go to Liverpool, John Moss University, but yeah, that's kind of like
So difficult to get into?
big change and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. You have what it takes. Everybody gets nervous about that, but I know that you guys work really hard. And I can't imagine, because it wasn't this hard when I went to school. I mean, it seemed hard then, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you. Do you have a lot of exams to do?
Well, we had mocks last week, or the week
Yeah.
before, and they were like, for the first proper exams we've done of everything we've done so far, and then we have more exams in December, and then the real thing, like, will be finished this time next year, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that they go off, the exams we've just done, like, they go off to universities for UCAS for applications.
Oh, really? So quick. So how did you do? Do you know?
Oh yeah, I did well, I think.
You
I
do.
I good. I got my grades back most of them last week, and that was fine, but yeah, no, it's still like, I don't know, still a bit stressful. Like.
It is, I'm sure. But you have to, it'll all work out the way it's meant to be. Sometimes things don't go the way you want them, but sometimes they end up becoming even better than what you could have planned. You know, sometimes I've just learned that with things I went through life. Like I had this big plan of how I wanted it to be, and then it was terrible, and I was devastated, and then it ended up being like even much better than what I had thought. So I think it's all, you put in the work, it's going to work out. So that's how it feels. So, and with the friends, it's so good now that you guys have all these different ways to communicate, because we didn't have that back when I was growing up. So, but I'm sure it's a lot to be able to email and Facebook or whatever, Twitter that you guys do. BBM, I don't know, my kids are always on all these different things, Kick and whatnot, so you have every option of communication. Okay, so, and what were yours?
Mine were exam, like I know they're not very big, but tomorrow it has a week of year 7 exams, and it's a bit different because you're in secondary school and everything's like changing. And then I know they're not big, but
They're big
to me, yeah, at
for
this
sure.
moment it is. And then my second one was everything like growing up and everyone changing and being all like mean and then nice and then
It's
all this
hormonal, huh?
yeah, all this stupid drama, and it's just
This is a
stress.
tough time for your age, you know, that is when everyone is going from a little kid to being a young lady, and the hormones, and then with boyfriends and friends, and you have a new school. Did you have a hard time adjusting to going to school here?
You got it easier, but I found it really hard.
Did you have really good friends at home that you really missed?
I had ones that like I used until like 2.
So, yes, and so it's difficult to leave. Not to say that you didn't have, but you might be able to just bounce around and adjust easier to that.
Yeah, no, it's okay because like I have like really close friends back home, but quite a lot of things were changing anyway with people going to different schools for sixth form and stuff, so it wouldn't have been the same in England anyway.
So you already knew it was going to kind of change and mix up.
But yeah, moving here, my class was smaller as like our year group's got 4 classes, mine have got 2. So there's less people and it's kind of easier to slot in, I guess.
That's good.
That's good, yeah.
You got time. It'll get easier with
Yeah.
time, just like everything else. Okay, so I was gonna rip these up, but I'm thinking that we would just keep these maybe and just rip them up at the end. Rip them up at the end when we do a really part. Okay, so next, I'm gonna just kind of ask you, what do you think about when you hear the word meditation, or what do you think you know about meditation or have heard?
I think I like yoga style things. I don't know.
Have you done yoga?
We did it last year for PE. We did like a talk of doing like yoga and Pilates and stuff like that. Like,
Did you like it at all? Was
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. And I like it. It's kind of like relaxing and stuff. So
And you look very athletic. Do you play sports and whatnot?
yeah, I play sports. I played more sports in England, but I played sports there as well.
Yeah. So, and what do you think about it?
When I hear, I think of very like slim women doing all these stretches and I don't know, like, but I think it's a belief or something.
Well,
Or it can be or something.
well, a lot of people associate it with maybe like a religion or a belief or a philosophy or like Hindu or India or Asia. But for me, basically, and it isn't a religion and it's not really a philosophy. It's just kind of a way. How I do it, or what I think of it, is a way of relaxing my mind. So your mind is going constantly, and a lot of people think that if you meditate, you're supposed to clear your mind. But what happens is not that you clear your mind. For me, is that I can see how fast my thoughts are going through, and I can slow them down a little bit, or I can realize how I'm letting my mind talk to me constantly about things. Like, you don't realize how much chatter you have in your brain. You just, because it's a machine, and a really well-oiled machine that is constantly meant to calculate, figure things out, and protect you, and keep you, like, so you don't touch a hot stove. It's just all these things that keep us going day to day, but it will keep talking and talking. And so when you meditate, you can slow things down, and you don't realize that you exercise your muscles, stuff like that. But if you can exercise this kind of relaxation technique for your brain, it's meant to calm you down, and that's what it does for me. It's just I just like to calm my mind down, and it relaxes my body in the process. And another thing is, I find that people have a hard time being quiet and staying still, especially with so much, like your iPads and your computers and your phones, and everything is very quick, and we don't have a lot of attention for things. Like, I go through things fast. I don't care if things don't grab my attention. So everything's like within the blink of an eye, and this is the time to like kind of slow down and relax with yourself and like just chill out a little bit. So that's why I do it, and because it's kind of subtle, but it helps you throughout your day. And I did it with my kids at school because they had been unsuccessful. I had high school students that had been unsuccessful their entire career in school, and so they were stressed about everything. They'd never known success because they were academically challenged. And so we would do things before test that would help them just like let it go, because regardless of the outcome, you put as much work as you can into, and then you have to let go of what the outcome is. You did your best. At that time, we all can just do our best. So it was really beneficial to them, and it got them to calm down and not judge themselves so much, because not everyone is an uber genius. So that's kind of why I started to do it, so it would help my kids feel more relaxed and not judge themselves and be hard on themselves. All right, so now I'm going to do like just a simple thing that I told you about, where I'm going to have you just, you can sit any way you want or do whatever you want, but you're going to close your eyes, and I'm just going to have you kind of visualize something, and then it'll be a quick thing, and then we'll just discuss that. Okay, so if you can, just close your eyes. And okay, now I want you to picture your bedroom. Picture what your bed looks like, even if it's dirty. Picture what pillows you have on your bed. Picture what's on your floor. When you have a picture in your mind, just raise your hand. You can see your bed in your head. Okay, so quite quickly. All right, and you can put your hands down. And now just think about what's your favorite thing in your room, and kind of picture that, and where is it located. Okay, and now you can open your eyes. So, was it easy just to visualize your bed and your stuff like that in your room? It's pretty simple. There's different types of meditation. This is kind of guided imagery, which means I'll guide you just to think of things. But there's other different techniques, and like if anything calms you or whatever, and you like it, I could look up stuff for you to do, like really quick stuff of breathing before you take a test, so you can just like get in the zone maybe. So, but it's just, this is just some guided imagery for you. So, let me read what I have here. So your senses are always working. You have outside senses, how you feel and whatever, and your inside senses, you can see and you can hear, and you can even talk silently and hear it in your head. It's just to show that you have internal senses and external senses that are always working. So, oh, this is, okay. So now, so I'm going to talk about just postures. Like, where do you, like when I meditate, I usually meditate like this. And this is how it usually is pictured when you do it, but it's not necessary. When I'm especially, yeah, exactly. I do that too now, because my leg falls asleep if I don't move it around sometimes. So, but I do this. Sometimes I do this, because this is kind of a posture of like offering or whatever. So this is comfortable. But sometimes you can just lay down, or you can sit in a chair, or you can sit with your back against the wall with your legs out, because like I said, your legs can fall asleep sometimes. But the point is you can do it standing up, you can do walking meditations. It's just it's a part of trying to ground yourself. So, so with this meditation, because it's called the grounding cord meditation, you're going to want to sit up, because you're going to picture like something like a cord coming down and connecting you to the earth. But what kind of way do you think you'd feel most comfortable meditating? Like this. There's a whole thing about the idea is to be relaxed but alert, kind of like animals in the forest, like are always, they know what's going on around them, but they're at ease. It's just kind of being, knowing what's going on around you, but just being comfortable in your skin and relaxing. So, so I just want you to know you can do any different position that you'd want. Sometimes people need to put their hands over their eyes because they want to peek out, which either way is fine for me. But if you want to do that, if that makes you feel comfortable, or if you can keep your eyes closed and just kind of visualize things, you can do whatever you want. So if you want, do you have any questions or anything? I'm going to go through this meditation where you'll keep your eyes closed and I'm going to talk. If your leg falls asleep, it's really short, so it shouldn't, but feel free to move and just find a comfortable spot at any time, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, thanks. Let's read it. Okay. So at this time, I'm going to ask that you close your eyes. You can put your hands over your eyes, or you can put them any way you want to. Now take a deep breath in. When you breathe back out, feel your body relaxing. And we're going to take 2 more breaths like that. So take a deep breath in and relax your legs as you breathe out. Another deep breath in and relax your arms and neck as you breathe out. Now, I want you to imagine a cord connected to your root chakra, which is at the bottom of your tailbone. Then see this cord go down into the floor. This cord can look any way that you want, and it can feel like anything you choose. So see this cord go down through the floor into the ground underneath this building. See the cord continue through the ground all the way to the center of the planet. If it doesn't go all the way to the center, just make it secure in the ground. Feel this cord connect to the center of the planet. Now feel yourself attached to the center of the planet by your cord. Once you feel this connection, imagine particles going down through this cord. Imagine the particles of energy moving out from your head to your root chakra at the bottom of your tailbone, and then down the cord. You might see this energy as particles, or you might see these pictures coming out of your head that go down the cord. if you see something in particular go down the cord, that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just a thought that you don't need right now. Energy you don't need, and you're sending to the center of the earth. See this energy drop all the way to the center of the planet. You might hear the energy go down the cord. What does it sound like? Now see energy come from your hands and arms, down through your stomach, and down your cord. It travels to the center of the planet because you don't need it anymore. Now, feel this energy move out from all areas of your body. Listen to your energy move from your chest down to the center of the planet. See this energy come from your feet and your legs and go down your grounding cord. I'll give you a few minutes to do this on your own. Let any unneeded energy fall down the cord. Now thank yourself for all the things that you've released. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Okay. All right. Quick, huh? It was pretty easy. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions, and we'll just do it kind of one at a time. And maybe I'll ask you all. I have 5 questions, but they're quick, and then we'll go to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did your cord look like?
Like a screw.
Like a screw. Mine had, when I did it also, was kind of curved and spiraled. Okay, so like a screw. And what did you see go down your cord?
Like a different, I don't know, particles contain different things, I guess.
Did they have color or shapes that you could distinguish? Was it just
Like-
flopping stuff?
Like balls of particles, like you know, like in the structure of an atom, you have different like balls, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So that was one. Okay. And did you hear anything?
No, not really. It's kind of just like
Visual.
you know, when you drop balls of water and it kind of like bubbles down.
Mhm.
Yeah, that kind
Oh,
of.
that's neat. Okay. And did you feel anything in your body while you did this?
More calm, I guess.
Did you feel relaxed? Okay, that's good. And do you feel different? Did it bring it, like you said, it brought you calm?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think you could do this meditation on your own? That's good. Okay, so now for you, Hannah. So what did your cord look like?
It was like, you know, like the trachea, it's very like bumpy.
Like
But
the
like-
what?
The trachea, like here.
Oh,
The
yeah, yeah.
windpipe.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, it was like that, and then it was like there's a hole inside for all the particles to
Like
go
a
down.
tube?
Yeah.
And so, what did you see go down your tube?
Like, first I saw like maybe like little particles like rushing down, like different like emotions and just everything I needed to let go. And then the second time, just like a big rush of like wind just going.
That's exciting. So did you hear it? Did you hear anything?
Not really, but I could imagine what I could hear.
And that's good. That's very good. Okay. Did you feel anything in your body while you did this?
When I did it, I felt like, first I was like, and then I just felt like more calm, and then like something in my eye, like different colours in my eyes just went, and everything was calm.
Oh, that's good. So that was really, it was very quick. And so do you feel different? Does it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, good. And do you think you could do this meditation on your own?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have several. I just wanted to do, this one's a real beginner. Well, they're all easy to do, but I wanted to do this one just because I knew that you were stressed about things, and I thought maybe as a release thing. But I also have another one that's more mindful, which would be just less talking, but more like relaxing. But they would be quick. So I want to ask you, like, what do you think would be a time when this could be useful? Like, when is this in your life? When could you use meditation or use this?
You could like do it in the morning before like you're ready to go to school or go out or whatever. In the evening before you sleep, I guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a good way to calm your brain down so you can fall asleep easier. Because for me, my brain really goes when I'm right before sleep. I'm thinking of all these things, and it keeps me up sometimes. So yeah, I've done this so I can calm down. And what about you? When can you use this?
I think maybe at school when you feel a bit like fed up with everyone, just to like say like go somewhere by yourself and just like calm down, and like maybe when you come home and say you're angry, just go up to your room and just do it to release.
Absolutely, those are great ways. Especially at school when you have drama going on. I know the teenage life that there's a lot of drama, so that could really help you. Okay, so that part is done. So now I'm just gonna I'm gonna bring some like art supplies down, and I just think that if you want to like kind of draw your grounding cord and what it looked like going down. If you don't feel like an artist, maybe you could just write kind of the steps that you went through when you were listening to it. Whatever works for you. And I'm just going to put this down and let you do that, and we'll do that for a few minutes, okay? Oh, and I'm going to see my light was asleep. I'm going to put on, yeah, it's something to try and get. I guess we need to be careful on this as well. So, oh, I forgot to bring colored pencils. Oh shoot! All right, so I have crayons and what are these? Color change fiber pens. Okay. Those and. Paint, but I don't know if you want to paint, if you would have to, you probably want to do it on the tiles. And oil pastels, I think. So maybe we should just do it over there anyway, so I don't get your, yeah, take a question. Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure that this video is taking. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there we go. And I'm going to actually play some relaxing meditation music. This is kind of new agey, but it's relaxing. One part of it is like waterfalls. I'm just trying to make sure this is filming still. It's perfect. And you're still in it, so it's awesome. Sure my scissors as well.
So should we draw like the cord?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. Like, you can put down what you saw, and then maybe you can write like things that you want to release if you want to. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what these are all about.
They're blue.
That's blue, so is this really a white? It sure is. Can I see what yours says? Okay. Everything's around. Very nice. See? Can I see yours? Okay, puzzle. Puzzle is such a good word. These are, I love this one. Awesome. I feel like I have the same stresses as you, even just because I'm a teacher, so school is also stressful for me too, so I have anxiety. But I just made this, thank yourselves for a job well done. I really appreciate you doing this for me, and if you ever want to do another session, you're my free clients for life. I might have to do, I'm going to send this to her, but I might have to do another one. Would you be, are you willing? Okay, and I would do this anytime you need, because I'm down the street, I would do it, come over and do a stress relieving session for you easily. I have a fun one also, keep this, which is a time machine one where I talk about getting in this time machine, and I did it myself, and it was like I could picture it, and I got up because I thought it seems weird, but it was, I could picture myself in a different time, and it was really interesting. So maybe we could do that sometime. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank